Hey, how you guys doing? iVacLax. Yeah, this is a item sorter with overflow protection. Now, you guys probably have seen other channels. I mean, this technology's been out for almost a year on the PC, so um, yeah, I actually have tutorials on this already, but most people don't watch them because I say PC on them. Even if I change the title, so pretty much means I'll have to go and show you guys them working on the Xbox One or TU19 equivalent on the Xbox 360. This is the CU7 version. We haven't gotten our bug fix yet, but none of this should change. If it does change, they're going to have to fix it. So I know that this works because it works on the PC version equivalent. So what is overflow protection? Overflow protection means that you can overflow these and it won't break it. Basically, it'll jam up the device before it would actually break it. So this is Redstone with Dummies version, and I overflowed it. I basically just filled it up with the same amount of items until it actually filled up all the way in here. And as soon as it puts a stack of 64, that gives you a signal strength of 1, 2, 3, which would basically break 6 of these in a row, and this is what it would end up looking like after it was broken. All your blocks would drop in, including your coding blocks, and yeah, it's all bad. So this doesn't usually happen if you have it hooked to a mass storage system, but I've ran into, I'll just say I've gone AFK before and filled up areas like that, for instance with the X grinder, and all my coding blocks were broken and I had to go and sort it all out. It took like 2 hours. So I've come up with my own design, which was this one. Now it's a bigger, but it uses the same amount of resources as that one. Same resources. And this one uses one more piece of redstone than the one I have, but it is smaller. I seen this one on forums a while back. So yeah, I'm going to simulate what happens if you overflow protection and what it does. So if this was filled, so by me powering this hopper, it cannot take any items in it. So what would happen is I'd put items in this chest and it would flow in here and fill it up to 64. With this one, even if it's filled up to 64, it only gives you a signal strength of 3, so it cannot break the next one. So if this had any more items in it, say, it would actually power this one, causing all your coding blocks to drop in. If you guys have had that happen, it sucks. So this one's the same, except for these are all independent from each other. So this is tiled, but it's not technically tileable. That one's tileable. There's huge differences between these two. This one looks horrible, but it actually functions pretty well. This one, when you're collecting your item, it actually requires 41 items of whatever you're collecting. So if you try and do this any other way, yeah, what I'm trying to say is that you can't put in, as soon as you drop the 41 items here, it becomes not overflow protection. So because it'll give you a signal strength higher than. So the whole point here is to put less coder blocks and then more of these. So if you could imagine if I was filling this up with iron or something precious, having 41 items in here is quite a heavy loss. That's more than half a stack. So I made this one. It uses the same mechanics as the redstone with dummies, except for it's tileable. So to go ahead and show you that, let me go ahead and place a block here, and we'll put a lever on it, and I'll show you the same thing. So if this was all filled up and we drop in 64 items, you'll see that it can't power. It will give us a signal strength of whatever this is. Yeah, it will give us a signal strength of 3, but it can't do anything with that because it's not connected to the next set of redstone. So this is the one I prefer to use because it's more resource friendly than that one. It just saves you, one piece of redstone per unit. So obviously, if you hook up a mass storage system to any of these, they're not going to ever break if they even fill up. I'll just say that it's much safer using these. So yeah, let's go ahead and make the first version, which is like I said, the one I seen on forums. So what we're going to need here is just regular chests and trap chests. So we're also going to put the overflow valve on it. This actually gives you some more items that you can put in here. So if you did overflow it, for instance, if I did overflow this one, it would be completely full, and then all the items, even if it was the same item, the redstone, it would just go along here and end up in these chests as overflow protection. So yeah, and of course you could hook that up to another mass system. You could also make it 2 chests wide, which would increase your space and stuff. So yeah, anyway, best way to do this one is to go ahead and I'm going to do 2 sections. So normal chest, trap chest, normal chest, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a crouch shift here and then get rid of that. So you basically want something looking like this. Alright, then you want to go ahead and grab some hoppers, and then on the back of the chest you want to put 3 like that, and then jump up here and put 1 facing directly in, and then just drag these across like that. And of course you could tile this as big as you want to. Now I am going to warn you guys not to build across chunks. They still haven't fixed that, so if you go across a chunk, you could get redstone lock, which would break your coating, anyway. So next thing to do is to come behind here, now that we don't need any chests, and we can go ahead and make our system here. So we're going to do another crouch click. So the overflow protection side does not need anything. So you put your 3 blocks like that, and then we're going to go ahead and put repeaters here and 2 more blocks, and then we're going to need a total of 3 pieces of redstone per, like that, and then blocks here, 2 torches, and that's going to power these hoppers. So next thing to do, comparators, 2 comparators like that. Now we can go ahead and finish this off by doing another crouch click like that. Go ahead and go in here, and then you want to put 4. Now what I did was I basically renamed these buttons with number 1, but all it really needs is items that aren't going to be going in here. So yeah, so the next thing to do is to basically, now I usually use signs to save lag, because if you put too many of these they will cause lag. So next thing to do is just pick what blocks you want in there. So I want redstone blocks in this one. Go ahead and drop in a stack of 64, and then I would like, let's just say, nether quartz in this one. So then I can go ahead and do the same here, and that's done. So yeah, it cannot be broken, this particular one. And of course if you were going to load this, you'd want to load it from right here. Now a lot of people put their chests right above this right here, meaning that they put their chests right here. And although that will work, occasionally it will miss this and it will put your stuff in here. So if I was putting nether quartz and my chest was right here, it's possible it will break it. So let's go ahead and move on to the design that I like, which is doesn't require 41 items here. It just requires 1, and then you use a bunch of coding blocks. Alright, so on to the next one. So this one's slightly different. Yeah, trap chest, normal chest, and we'll go ahead and do the same thing. So let me go ahead and check this. Right, so I'm going to go normal chest, trap chest, normal chest, and then I'm going to go ahead and stack a normal chest here, just like we did on the other one. That's the overflow valve. Then we want to come back behind here, and we want to put our hoppers in like that. Do the same thing we did before, which is crouch click these in, and since I'm here, go ahead and put our loading chest there. Alright, so this one's slightly different. It requires half slabs. Not on every single one, but every other. Alright, so basically we want to go ahead and put a normal block here and a half slab there, just like that. Then we want to go ahead and bring these blocks up, and then grab a comparator, and of course you would just keep doing this over and over. So underneath here, so directly underneath this half slab, we want to power it going like this. So you want something like that. So a repeater here, 2 pieces of redstone, and then a torch powering the block, which then powers the hopper, doing the same thing we had on the other one. Now this one just stretches out a little further, so you come over like this, torch here, repeater here, and then 2 pieces of redstone. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. So now the coding, which is slightly different. So we're going to go ahead and do another crouch click, like that. And you want to go ahead and grab 21 of a random item, or an item that you think's never going to be in here, or rename some buttons. It's quite expensive on XP for this. So I usually use like cobblestone half slabs because nobody ever seems to have those. So I'm going to go ahead and put redstone comparators in this one, and I'm going to go ahead and put redstone lamps in this one. So next thing to do is just either use signs or these. Now I'm just going to recommend one more time to not use those. And the main reason for not using them is because if you put too many picture frames or item frames, they will lag really bad. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and just check this one as well. I'm going to go ahead and show you it functioning. So we grab 64 of whatever items we want. I'll go ahead and grab some redstone lamps as well, and it will load it in. And then anything that shouldn't be in there, let me go ahead and grab something else. Let's say somebody actually throws in a stack of these. They're not going to go in anywhere. They're going to end up in this chest here. And it would be the same if this was to overflow. So 2 really good designs. It just depends on what you guys are using them for. For instance, I use this one to auto load my potion lab. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment, like, and subscribe, and have a good one. Later.